The topic of integration of the Syrian refugees in downtown Rutland has been ongoing for some time now. With the date approaching, some are concerned if and how their health care will affect the community.
In the early consultation, people were talked to at the Rutland Regional Medical Center. And Rutland Regional certainly felt, well, they felt not only that they could handle the influx of additional people, but they also have a lot of entry-level jobs that could be filled by refugees arriving here as well.
I think in terms of the emergency care, it's important to understand that these people who have been living in the Zatari refugee camp in Jordan, which is where most of these people will be coming from, have had medical care. So there's a number of different agencies that are there providing medical care, from Médecins Sans Frontières, the Doctors Without Borders, to the UN Human Rights Commission. So there is regular medical care there in this refugee camp, which has sort of become its own little city in its 2 square miles of almost 80,000 people.
Along with cost of medical care, there has also been question as to who will be funding their general cost of living.
So, at least initially, though quite frankly, they'll be on public assistance. That'll be a cost that will be borne by the state of Vermont. But the health care structure in Rutland was looked at, and it is felt that they would not be an undue burden.
Yeah, I mean, there was all that talk about tuberculosis, which was completely debunked by the health commissioner. And if you actually put any energy into reading anything about it, you could understand what they mean by latent TB versus active TB. But I mean, this is not a problem that they're finding with refugees anywhere. If they were finding that problem with refugees anywhere, then we would have had major TB outbreaks in Burlington over the last 25 years. So, I mean, it's another sort of fear-mongering tactic from my perspective.
The evaluation process of the Syrian refugees will ensure that every immigrant is suitable to enter the community.
I think the vetting process is incredibly thorough. I think the more people understand that, the more comfortable they will be. It's a 3-year process. It is at least 6 experts doing the vetting. If any one of those experts has any qualms, that refugee is eliminated from the program. They are deemed ineligible.
I think a lot of this is fear. And I mean, people can couch it in whatever they want. There are certainly people who have legitimate concerns about economics and all kinds of things. But if you're willing to look at the statistics, if you're willing to look at the facts, that's one thing. But if you're going to be driven emotionally by fear, that's another thing.
One thing that struck home with me when it was announced that refugees were coming were the similarities between what's being said in the negative about Syrian refugees now and what was said about Italians in the 1880s when my family was coming here. Take out terrorist and put in anarchist or Sicilian gangster, and the tone and tenor was exactly the same.
I think in 10 years people are going to be like, oh, remember when everyone was all upset about those refugees coming? Let's go get some Syrian food. Yeah. I mean, I really think that that's going to be the case.
Carly Trombley, CVM News, Rutland.